Welcome to one-on-one tutorials. Please visit our website at www.oneontutorials.hostzi.com. In case you are seeing through YouTube, please click on the right square button to see the full screen. Once you finish viewing, please close the YouTube. Okay. Now we are going to discuss electricity. There are two types of electricity. One is static, that means where the electrons do not move or the charges do not move, and current electricity where the electrons move primarily through metals or through electrolytes. So static and current electricity. Even though we will be discussing mostly about current electricity, but let me touch upon what is static electricity very briefly. Now static electricity means where the electric charges do not move. You can see it. Suppose if you take a comb, dry comb, and rub it against a silk cloth or a blanket, and you see that it will be able to catch lot of small pieces of paper. Okay, so basically that means that comb has already acquired some positive charges, because of which it is able to catch dry pieces of paper or dry pieces of wool or silk, whatever. So this is a picture of that. So it demonstrates, this is a demonstration of static electricity. Another example of static electricity, look at your left side, lightning. Lightning is another example of static electricity where lot of charges are being accumulated into the cloud. Okay, and sometimes when the opposite charges come together, it creates lightning. In fact, even a smallest possible lightning, small lightning, can have a huge amount of charge. It is so huge that even a small lightning can light a 100-watt bulb, 100-watt electric bulb for 3 months continuously. That means even a small lightning can have so much of charge, and some of the huge lightnings can have such an amount of charge that it can even light a whole city for months together. So it can vary. Okay, now we will discuss about just let me briefly tell you that two example of static electricity you can see. One is in comb, another is in lightning. They are the examples of static electricity. Now we will discuss about current electricity, because that is our main topic of discussion, and we will discuss about different laws, and we will also solve many numerical problems, not in this tutorial, in the subsequent tutorials. Now current electricity is due to motion of electrons or electric charges. When it is in a metal, it will be electrons. If it is an electrolyte, it will be movement of electric charges, which are nothing but ions, positive ion or negative ion. Okay, now another example of current electricity is when you switch on the bulb in your room. That is another example of current electricity. Now when you discuss about current electricity, there are few things that you need to understand from the conceptual point of view. First, understand the concept of it. If you understand the concept, then probably you can understand it a lot better rather than remembering things, because you cannot remember a lot of things. But if you have the concept clear, then you can write it in your own language anytime you want. Okay, one of the concept is electric potential. First, let us try to understand what is meant by electric potential. Imagine that you have a positive electric field because you have kept some positive charge here at number 1. Now in the number 2 there is a positive charge. you are trying to bring this positive charge towards this positive electric field. Now what is going to happen? This positive electric field is going to create a repulsive force, because same charges will repulse each other, so there will be a repulsion. So when you try to bring this positive charge close to this electric field, there will be a repulsion. But nevertheless, if you still have to bring this positive charge into this positive electric field, that means you have to do some work. Some work has to be done to bring it closer, or to bring it into this positive electric field. This work is called electric potential. Okay. I can explain this by means of another example. Suppose you have a water bucket, okay, and you are filling this bucket with water. So when you are filling this bucket with water, okay, that means you are accumulating water, and here you are creating some potential energy. I will explain this in the next tutorial, because otherwise it will become too large.